Namaste, friends. Donald Trump's chart for 2025. My name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel, VedicAstrology.com. Today, we'll analyze the upcoming transits and changes for Donald Trump for 2025. Before we begin, I wanted to mention there's a free ebook on my website. If you want to learn astrology, it's a nice little ebook, tons of information. It'll talk about all the 12 rising signs. You can learn about remedies and specific type of yoga you can do. So on my website, VedicAstrology.com, scroll down, you'll be able to download that free ebook. Also, we have courses, ongoing courses, advanced course, beginners course, and specific topics, dashas, nakshatras. You can check out those courses on my website as well. So let's dive deep into Donald Trump's chart. So this is Donald Trump's chart. This is his natal chart. You can check his time of birth online. It's well known. And so he has Leo rising, Mars sitting in the first house, just an overall outlook of the chart. So the second house has Jupiter, that's the house of speech. Third house has no planets. Fourth house has Ketu and Moon. And then 10th house has Rahu and Sun. That has made him a very popular figure, political figure. And so now what's happening next year? A lot of major transits are happening. First of all, Jupiter will go over to Gemini, the sign of Gemini from Taurus. In May 2025, Jupiter will move from his 10th house over to his 11th house. So Jupiter has been in the 10th house this year, so through the elections also. So that gave him victory and success. Now 11th house is about reaching out to people. So that will improve or expand his reach to the public. So he'll actually become more and more popular, especially on the social media. That's 11th house. And it will also basically this will improve his finances, also his personal finances. Okay, so that's the first shift or transit that's going to happen is in May 2025. Jupiter will go over to his 11th house. Then we have about the same time, actually. So May 2025, Rahu Ketu are also changing signs. Rahu will enter his 7th house. See, Rahu has been in his 8th house all this while. So in May 2025, Rahu will go over to his 7th house. That means he will develop massive partnerships. 7th house is one-on-one partnership. So he'll develop all these, a lot of these political alliances and partnerships, both domestically and abroad. So he'll be very popular and he'll develop these networks and partnerships with people. Now, also while in the 7th house, the transiting Rahu will also be trines to his natal Mercury. So that adds to his popularity, to his communication, and also 11th house will also get a boost with a trinal aspect of Rahu. So his reach on social media, developing friendships, which is 11th house, but also one-on-one, very deep partnerships, that's 7th house. So those will get a huge boost next year, mid next year, around May 2025. Then Saturn will be changing signs in March 2025. So Saturn will go over from his 7th house over to his 8th house. Saturn has been sitting in his 7th house for the last 2 years almost. And so in March, it'll go to his 8th house. Now, this will give him a Viprit Raj Yoga of some sort. So because that'll be the sixth lord will be going to the 8th house. So and Saturn actually does well in the 8th house. There may be some minor health issues, but overall, Saturn in the 8th house gives you a long life because Saturn is Vayu, Vata, and 8th house is the Ayush. So this will be a very good transit for him, Saturn going to the 8th house. But at the same time, there's also going to be a huge congregation of planets in the 8th house in the sign of Pisces around end of March, and that's going to be a big eclipse. So March 29th is the day when Saturn will actually change over to Pisces, and it's actually the same day we're going to have an eclipse. So that's going to be a very, very sensitive period for him. So, of course, these five planets will be meeting in Pisces end of March for everybody, for all of us, right? But where they're meeting, which house it happens to be, which house is the sign of Pisces in our chart, that you have to see. So in Donald Trump's chart, that house is eighth house. So eclipse taking place in the eighth house, and so much energy in the eighth house. So there might be a lot of like hidden stuff going on, secretive stuff. And so that's going to be a big challenge. So there may be something that may come up. So that's going to be a challenging period. And at the same time, so we discussed about Rahu, but Ketu will also be changing signs at the same time as Rahu. They're always opposite. So Ketu will be going over his Lagna. And at the same time, it will also be going over Mars. So that will be could be problematic, especially even for risk to his life, or maybe some kinds of accidents, because Ketu Mars combination can give accidents. Plus all this major energy in the eighth house, eclipse in the eighth house. So overall, you can say it's kind of a mixed bag. So there's good transits, expansion from because of Rahu and Jupiter's transits, but then difficult ones from Ketu and Saturn. Now this energy is very difficult. The Ketu transiting over Lagna over Mars, and Saturn in the eighth house. Now Saturn at the same time will also be trines to Ketu, his natal Ketu, throughout this transit in Pisces. So that may also cause some challenges for his political career. Now, remember, there's a lot more details we can go into, but this is the overall high-level analysis. Again, if you want to learn astrology, you can join our courses online. And also, there's a free ebook you can download on my website that will really improve your knowledge of the 12 signs and the remedies, and how you can incorporate yoga and other things in your daily life. Again, thank you for your time. Please, it's a humble request, subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.